Given such definitions, it is then obvious that to adhere honestly to the right preparation of halal food, one has to have knowledge of both religion and science and the sincere desire to pursue such tedious task under the dictates of Allah. And in the context of Muslim traditions, these conditions are ultimate, with no given compromises. Sad to say, the national climate under the halal industry lacked maturity to provide true halal food to the Muslim populace. More even, existing halal certifying agencies still need to standardize their services to fully provide a credible and thorough certification to restaurants and food-related establishments. Issues confronting the halal industry are no unified standards, no regulatory body, misuse of the word halal, public ignorance and lack of options, mislabeling, contamination, and the lack of consumer demands. To add to these, the issue on prepared and manufactured food, whose preparation and raw materials remain ambiguous in their appropriateness for Muslim consumption, is yet to be defined. It was these problems that Muslim consumers for years either prepared their own food or simply took the halal certified signages in eateries as true to their claims. Moreover, the country at the moment is still trying to get its halal export accepted by foreign Muslim countries due to its lack of a credible halal certification agency. Currently, the Philippines is yet to capitalize an international market that generates $80 billion annually.
This development will certainly have a great impact in the halal industry, both in the Philippines, especially and specifically in the ARM region, as well as in relation to the rest of the world. I think the Middle East market is so huge, and the halal chicken is just one of the many products we can sell.
Recognizing the potential of the worldwide halal market, the Department of Trade and Industry, ARMM, fast-tracked the formation of the Halal Certification Board in the Autonomous Region for Muslim Mindanao, with technical support from the Local Governance Support Program in ARMM, or LGSPA, a capacity development program under the Canadian International Development Agency, or CIDA. On August 5, 2006, the 15-member Muslim Mindanao Halal Certification Board Incorporated was created, which is composed of muftis from the 5 provinces of the ARMM, 5 Sharia experts, a medical doctor, a veterinarian, a chemical engineer, and a food scientist.
Sometimes the idea or the knowledge of the Muslim scholars are sometimes limited to the interpretation of what is halal based on the study of Quran. And now, because of the advent of science and technology, we cannot just say that that food is indeed contaminated with ingredients which are not halal, except through science and technology.
Immediately after its creation, the board members set off to work on the technical guidelines and manual of operation of the Muslim Mindanao Halal Certification Board Incorporated, or MMHCBI. After a series of consultations with religious leaders and representatives of the business community in the 5 ARMM provinces, the guidelines was adopted on August 6, 2006 in Zamboanga City. The 48-page guidelines is the primary instrument of the certifying board to ensure that food and non-food products made available to the Muslim Ummah are permissible for Muslims to consume or use. While founded on the Sharia, the guidelines also strategically make full use of science and technology in detecting haram and harmful ingredients and chemical components in both food and non-food products. Representation of the board members is as varied as can be, making sure that both ends of science and religion are taken in.
One problem is that detecting pork or pork byproducts in a manufactured food is actually a very difficult thing to do. And you have to apply or make use of chemical analysis to do that. The ingredients, as indicated in the label, especially in the processed and manufactured food, has to be scrutinized even more deeper. If it says animal fats, then that has to be looked into whether that animal fats was derived from chicken, from cattle, or from pig. And then you have to use science and technology to use that.